У нас там сосед, он пьяный, он, стучится на дверь, всю ломает нафиг. Он уже несколько минут здесь стоит, стучится, орёт, матерится. Я просто мне страшно.
In this video, we are going to look at the different TikTokers who unknowingly captured their final moments. From heart-pounding situations to spooky predictions, these videos remind us of how delicate life can be, and how social media can make people's final moments last forever. Welcome back to TrueCrimeTangles. Join us for a wild ride as we explore these unforgettable stories and think about how much power a platform like this holds. Make sure you stick around until the end, because you won't want to miss the surprising twists we have in store for you. Number 1. Felicia Kononchuk. On February 17th, 2021, a young girl named Felicia Kononchuk shared a message on her TikTok profile. Normally, she would post fun things for her small group of followers, but this time it was a lot more serious. It happened when her dad went out for a bit. That is when their neighbor started knocking on their door. With only her little brother around, Felicia felt uneasy and ignored the knocks, but they just kept getting louder and more insistent. So she turned to TikTok, hoping someone might help if they knew what was going on. Felicia explained that the knocking lasted for over an hour.
Ребята, всем привет, у меня сейчас жесть история. У нас там сосед, он пьяный, он, стучится на дверь, всю ломает нафиг. Он уже несколько минут здесь стоит, стучится, орёт, матерится. Я просто мне страшно, блин.
Interestingly, there were maintenance workers at their house during all this, but they didn't pay any attention to the noise. Maybe Felicia didn't think to ask them for help. After what felt like forever, the knocking finally stopped. Then her friend messaged her, asking if she wanted to hang out at the park. Relieved to have some company, Felicia said yes and waited for her friend to arrive. Meanwhile, her dad got back home. Soon, a soft knock was heard on the door. When Felicia opened the door, it wasn't her friend standing there, but their neighbor, Vasil Dene. She tried closing the door but failed to do so. In a sudden and horrifying turn of events, Felicia was shot multiple times as she tried to close the door. Her dad rushed to her side and screamed for help from the maintenance worker, but it was too late. Felicia's last words to her dad were heartbreaking. "Dad, I've been killed." Imagine the scars left on her father's soul forever. The neighbor, Vasil Dene, was 33 years old. He and Felicia's family had usually been on good terms, but things had gotten tense lately because of some noise complaints. Sadly, these arguments led to the tragedy that day, just 15 minutes after Felicia's final TikTok post. Number 2. Gansu Jong. Gansu Jong is a 22-year-old social media influencer who has a passion for sharing his travels worldwide, capturing the diverse cultures and fascinating customs he encountered. However, his adventures were soon to take a dramatic turn in Africa. After arriving in Africa, Gan was mesmerized by the continent's beauty and the warmth of its people. He found himself deeply connected to the local community and decided to share his experiences with the world through social media. After starting his TikTok account, Chubby Goes to Africa, Gan and his girlfriend began a food journey, exploring the tasty dishes of African cuisine and chatting with locals. Their videos quickly became popular, attracting millions of followers who eagerly waited for their next post. As Gan became more famous, his team grew, made up of friends who loved adventure and storytelling. However, not everyone in the group got along, especially 32-year-old Fang Zhangyi Yang, whose presence often caused tension. Despite the difficulties, Gan encouraged Fang to keep making content with him. But as their disagreements grew, Fang eventually left the group to pursue his own social media journey. However, tensions between Gan and Fang continued to rise, fueled by unresolved issues and accusations of betrayal. Fang said that Gan didn't keep a promise to buy him an iPhone while they were in China, which made things even worse between them. What a ridiculous excuse, don't you agree? Moving on, the situation turned tragic when, during a trip to Nepal, Fang attacked Gan on December 4th, 2022. Fang stabbed Gan many times, leaving him to die on the streets. What's more shocking is that even after the attack, Fang didn't seem sorry for what he did. He stayed at the scene and didn't show any remorse. Later, the police arrested Fang for Gan's murder, ending a once promising journey heartbreakingly. Number 3. Harrison Gils. Harrison Gils is a Canadian teen who faced a rare cancer called rhabdomyosarcoma at just 16 years of age. 2 years later, he learned it was terminal. Instead of giving in to sadness, Harrison chose to make his remaining time meaningful by starting a TikTok account. He shared his plan for a bucket list series on TikTok, aiming to fulfill his dreams despite his illness. The response was overwhelming, with many offering donations to support his adventures. Thanks to the generous donations, Harrison quickly began going on many adventures, both on the ground and in the sky. During this time, he would share updates with his fans about his health. He even had some good news to share. The tumors in his lungs and prostate had stopped growing.
I did my first scan to see how chemo is working, and it was also a scan where the big tumor in my prostate stopped growing for now.
As his 18th birthday approached, Harrison's fans eagerly awaited updates. However, when October 21st, his birthday came, Harrison went silent on social media. Concern grew until November 17th, when he returned with sad news. Despite undergoing chemotherapy, Harrison's cancer continued to progress, spreading to his hip. With time running out, Harrison embarked on a whirlwind journey, traveling the world and cherishing moments with loved ones. On March 22, 2023, Harrison shared his final message on TikTok, expressing gratitude to his supporters. Shortly after, he passed away, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and positivity. Number 4. Inquisitor 3. Inquisitor was a famous TikToker who dressed up as Ghost from Call of Duty. Ghost is known for being quiet and mysterious, but Inquisitor adds his personality to the character. He was friendly and positive and used his fame to spread kindness. Everyone thought he was a great guy. But fame can bring problems too. As Inquisitor's audience grew, he hired a female editor to help him make more content. He often praised her work, saying things like, "I love her." He meant it in a friendly way, like he did with many people. But in today's world, people can misunderstand. It turned out that Inquisitor's editor was underage. When people heard Inquisitor's compliments, they thought something was wrong. Another TikTok user named Tito accused Inquisitor of grooming his girlfriend, the editor. In no time, people turned against Inquisitor, and his reputation as a friendly face was ruined. In other words, his life as a social media star was over. Inquisitor disappeared from social media for several weeks until October 9th, 2023. On that day, he changed his profile bio to, "I want to die." Later, he went live, showing only a glass door in an empty room. Then, rocks started to fly through the door as Inquisitor's family broke into his home. It was a confusing and shocking moment. But when they started performing CPR on someone, everyone knew what had happened. Inquisitor had taken his life off-screen during the live stream. After this tragic event, evidence started to come out about a plan that had been going on for months. It seemed that Tito and Inquisitor's editor were trying to frame Inquisitor as a predator. Leaked chat logs between Inquisitor and his editor showed that the young woman had tried to start a relationship with him, but he had turned her down many times. What an insane twist! Chat logs between Tito and the editor also leaked, showing that they were trying to collect evidence to ruin Inquisitor's reputation. But every accusation was false, and the truth came out too late. But we're glad it did. All these stories remind us of the highs and lows of life, even in the world of social media. Whether they are heartbreaking tragedies or inspiring journeys, each tale leaves a lasting impact. They show the power and influence of platforms like TikTok, but also the importance of using them responsibly and being aware of the dangers they can bring. Now, tell us, what lesson did you learn from these stories? How can you use social media to spread positivity and support one another? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, thank you for watching.